Hello. I want to welcome you to Colorlab Cosmetics Holiday Makeup Program. My name is Nancy Ogden West. I'm the Director of Business Development and Education for Colorlab. Well, when we look at the holiday season, there's a lot of new things that we are seeing, some things that are different, but really it's a lot of what we've already been doing at this point. So let's go in and let's start talking about what are we seeing in the way of holiday makeup. Okay, well, first of all, it's holiday season, and there's tons of parties that are going on all over the place. Not only are the office work parties that are required for you to go to going on, but you've got your friends' parties that are going on, your family get-togethers that are happening. So it's a really busy social calendar time of the year where you're packed with a lot of different activities that you're trying to fit in. So let's talk about what are some of the ideas for seasonal makeup for the holidays. Well, first of all, bold and glitter is as much as possible, and you can see the strength of my eyes right now. You can go wild and experimental if you want to, or you can keep it more like natural, normal makeup with just a few clicks here and there to create that little bit of difference that we're looking for. So this season, we're really talking about pushing the envelope. You know, sparkly eyeshadow and lips are around as big as ever. Whoever thought glitter would stay around as long as it had? But it's still very popular and people are just loving that. And one thing I do want to say about our glitter, the fact that it is made of fine cut polyester, it is FDA approved to use around the eye area. So be careful. I don't want you out there using just any kind of glitter on somebody's eyes, because most of the glitter on the market is made of plastic, which means it has a lot of little sharp edges on it. And if that gets into the eyes, it can create some abrasions. So we have great glitter to work with. And you're also going to see either a bold lip or you might see a real soft lip this season. So let's talk about some of the different things. Well, ColourPop is the first one. And if you notice, I went with ColourPop today. You know, you normally, for those of you who have seen me in the past, usually my eyes are pretty soft, pretty neutral, but that's work makeup. If I'm going out for the evening, I like to do something that's a little more fun, a little more exaggerated, you know, and this blue, vibrant blue eyeshadow is like so hot right now, you know, as you can see. Now, when you go into this type of coloring for the eyes, then you want to go in and you want to soften the rest of the face down. So it's going to be a natural face. You want to have a little bit of a flushed look for the cheek, of course, a little luminescence for the face, and to keep the lip more nude and natural. And the one thing, though, for somebody of my age that is going to do this look, if you go into a very neutral, washed out light lip, sometimes it can look very lifeless on that type of an individual, or I should say that age of an individual. So for me, I went in with a little more of a mid-tone lip, but not extremely bright, having some muteness, having shine to it at the same time. So it's a fun look. If you notice this, you can see the shadow is kept right across the lid. So who is this going to work for? It's going to work for your client that has more of a strong lid that shows on their eye. If your client doesn't have much of a lid that shows, this is not the look that's going to be for them. That's going to go with that blue strength of color from the lash line up to the socket of the eye and just blend it out. Also think about lining the outside of the, not the outside of the eye, but the shadow, and winging that up and out just a little bit. Now, we're not putting strength of liner on this eye, but what you can do is you can take the Bow Wow brush with the angle cut of that brush and take the jet black eyeshadow and take it after it and just press it right into the base of the lash line. So it creates the illusion of more depth and strength at the base of the lash line, and then go in and heavily mascara it. You know, now no liner underneath the eye, but again, every client has a little exception. So if you look at it and the client needs just a little bit more kick underneath that eye, then think about taking that jet black on the slant angle liner again and just putting like on the very outer eighth of the inch on the outside corner of the eye, just to create that little definition to it. Okay, so you know, it's kind of fun, it's different, and if they cannot wear the blue all over the lid and show more of a lid that's going to work for it, your other option to work with is with ColourPop is to just go into the color liner. So you can see on the left, they've taken the blue and they put it on the inner moist membrane of the eye and underneath the eye only with that look. On the other look, you can see they've taken it and done a cat eye with it across the top of the eye and really extended it out and even combined it with some underneath. So you can either do the top by itself, or if you want, you can hit a little bit of the underneath the eye. So ColourPop, that's one of the fun looks that we are seeing for the holiday season. The other big look that you're seeing is all about glitter. Okay, so glitter is as strong as ever. And I want you to look at the very first look with the red lip and the red eye. You know, this is a very trendy look that we saw come in. So when you are going in and you're doing glitter on the face, you want the face to have more softness and more bareness to it. It's or a lot of shine on the face or luminescence that you're looking for. So with the eye, again, the across the lid area of the eye, that's our vibrant red eyeshadow. Now, when you are going to lay gloss down into an area, not gloss, glitter down into an area, what you need to do is you need to have something with a little tackiness to adhere it to. So after you put the red eyeshadow on, then what I'm going to recommend is you take something like, well, if you do work with our gloss bases, or our lipstick bases and custom blend, what I would do is I would take my cream base, a little bit of that product, or you can even take a little tiny bit of Vaseline, not much, put it on a brush and just brush a little bit over that area to create just a little tackiness to the area. So it's just going to be a very small amount. And then you're going to go in with a sponge tip applicator, and you're going to pick up the glitter and you're going to press it and lay it down. Pick up more glitter, press it and lay it down. Now, to prevent any fallout underneath the eye with this, what you can do while you're working with the client is you can take and put a tissue underneath the eye so it's not falling down onto the lower part of the face. The other thing I would recommend to you is do the rest of the face after you do the glitter. That way you won't have any problem, because if the glitter does fall down and it gets onto your foundation, or if you've already put your strobing product on at that point, it does have something to adhere to at that point. So you want to make sure, and it's hard to get it off. So you might want to do the eyes first, then go in and do the foundation. Same thing when you go down to the lips. We put Roman Holiday onto the lips, which is a beautiful red tone. And then you're going to take the ruby glitter there also, again, with your sponge tip applicator, and just press it onto the lip, okay? Now, nowhere to touch this look up, okay, but that's just the way it is with this. Now, if you want something a little bit more delicate to go with, take and put the glitter into a gloss, okay, and then put the gloss on top of the lipstick, and that will create a little bit of shine, but it'll create a glitter look at the same time. Now remember, working glitter and doing this type of look, it is going to have a little bit of a gritty finish to it and feel to it at the same time. So just be aware, remember this look is done for a certain reason. Next is just another couple of looks. Now you can go in line. You can see on the left, it's a cat eye. Then they've gone in, and that would be our nugget, which is the bronze. And taking that, when you're going to do something like this, you're going to take your fine eyeliner brush. You're going to use our Stuck On You. And with Stuck On You, dip it into the glitter and then line it into the eye area. Same with the bottom. Over to the right, you can't really see that well, but that's just a glitter lip done with a very soft, natural face at the same time. From there, you know, a classic. One thing we did not see a lot this holiday season going into it, and this is what, you know, the industry has been talking about. You've not seen a lot of heavy, dark lined eyes, you know, and heavy, dark shadow on the eyes. Everything is pretty much lightened up this season. It's going with color, or it's going with a little bit more softness. Of course, the cat eye is going to be around forever, I think. You know, we know it'll go away sometime because it's been around before and come back. Okay, so just doing a classic cat eye and lining the bottom so it's creating big definition into the eye area, but the shadow is kept soft on the rest of the eye. You know, the cheek is slightly flushed in color, And then what the most important thing besides the red lip is that luminescent glow that you're creating onto the skin. And, you know, we do have a variety of products that will do that for you. So it's all depends on who you want and the type of skin that you're working on at this point. Here's another red lip, because the red lip for holiday is a very dominant direction and a dominant look that we do see. So this is a red lip that's put together with a much softer eye with definition. Also, when you look at this picture, you can see the definition is kept on the top of the lid with nothing underneath, or very little underneath the bottom part of the eye. Again, the blush is flushed into the face with that soft luminescent glow all over the entire face. And then we have that beautiful soft glam look. We are seeing a lot of the 50s type of a glam look come in and be back right now. And that really shows with the hairstyle. That's what creates the look. Once the hair is done like this, then the makeup needs to follow it. So you can see everything is kept pretty soft with this look. The eyes have a softness to them. They're not heavily lined. They have a very soft liner on them. The cheek is flushed with a little bit more color. And the lip is kept very soft, but with a soft rosy hue into it at that point. So it's a very beautiful look. It's a look that we are starting to see, and we have been seeing on the runways, and not necessarily the runways, I should say, but a lot of the award programs and how people are going and dressing for those. So this is really straight off the red carpet. And then you have a goth look. And remember, goth look did come back in this season. Now, this goth look is done with a bare lip. So it's a very dark, romantic type of feel of a look. And so it has more strength and darkness into the eye area, lifted a little bit higher. Blush being shaded into the face more. So you're not creating that flush look. And also, if you notice, the face is kept matte. The face does not have a glow to it. So the eyes are kept in a neutral, deeper brown or gray type of tone, and then just a very soft tint onto the lip. And then another look that's really pretty is your gilded nudes. Now, this is a great way to create that deeper, smokier eye for the holiday season that has a softness to it. And that's going with your gold and your bronze eyeshadows. Yes, going ahead, darkening that outer corner, extending the eyes out, and lining the eyes. And again, that's going to depend on the client's characteristic that you're working on. And then the lips kept into a brown tone. Okay, and so this is kind of a chestnut color. So this is a very sexy, romantic look for this season. So that is all I'm showing you for the holiday season. It's quick, it's easy, and as you can see, I've got my electric blue eyeshadow on, or I should say vibrant blue. Now, one thing you can do with this is take and go in with a little bit of a wedge white highlight liner on the inner corner of the eye and just pop the eyes open with that. Okay, you can see I've taken a little bit of liner underneath the eye, and that has just been by pressing that brush with the jet black into the very bottom of the eye area. Now, those of you who know me, you know you normally see me in brighter, stronger lip colors, but I cannot put a total nude lip on without looking totally washed out. So there's a lot of women out there who are like that. So for that type of client, think about going mid-tone with the lip and keeping it a little bit more on the muted side. Gloss the lip area up, you know, for that. Now, another fun thing that you can do on anybody's holiday makeup when you are doing it is you can take, and I've just picked up some of our twinkle, and take that twinkle and right above the center of the iris, go in and add a little bit of glitter. And this is a great way to create a little bit of a glitter look into the face without having glitter all over the face at this point. And just lay it down right above the iris of the eye. Looks like I got a little more on one eye than the other. Okay, so that just creates a little bit more kick as they're moving and flirting their eyes that holiday season. Now, also one other thing I want you to think about what that client might be wearing for the evening. If they are wearing something that is opening up on their neck and décolleté area, there's a couple of different things you can do. One, you know, there's a lot of people out there that their face carries a lot more color than their neck and décolleté does. In that situation, you could go in with a bronzing powder and you could put a bronzing powder on them. If their neck and décolleté have a pretty good match to it, but you want, I'm saying this because of photography and pictures are always being taken at these parties. And what you want to do is you want to soften the skin in the neck and décolleté area. So in that situation, what I will normally use is my mineral powder. And I'll go in and I'll dust mineral powder on the neck and through the décolleté area, just to create more of an even balance of color from the face down onto the neck. So this is a short little holiday program. We're working on shortening our programs down for you, so we feel more people will watch them at this point. Have fun with the holidays and come up with a few different looks. Put some color combinations and pull these looks out of the magazines, okay? Because our clients need things to visualize. We can talk, but they may not visually understand what we're talking about. So just show a few different looks. I mean, I would do the winged eye with the red lip. I would do the color pop. It's fun, it's different. And do one with like the blue all over the lid like I have, or do one that carries the blue with the wing liner or the liner on the eye. So show them there are options to go with and keep the rest of the shadow neutral with that. And then I might do something with that bronze direction. Okay, that's a really pretty direction in golds that can look gorgeous for the season. So I want to thank you for being with me today. And I wish you the happiest holiday season. And I look forward to seeing you next year. Bye.